Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Turner Mobile Detailing. I'm Seth, and today our project is this black 1999 Porsche Boxster. We're going to be doing a full in and out detail and then following it up with a front end restoration. Now as you can see, there's a lot of rock chips on the hood and even more on the bumper. You can tell that this 21-year-old car has spent a lot of time on the highway, and the front end has been peppered with small rocks, hence the rock chips. So we're going to be doing a restoration on the hood and the bumper. Now the client is mostly concerned about the hood, so we're going to be doing paint repair on the rock chips on the hood, and then just to deliver a level 10 service, the bumper, which the customer is not that concerned about, we're going to polish the bumper and the hood actually with Turtle Wax ceramic acrylic black polish. Now this is the first time I'm using this product, so we'll see how it works. And then we're going to top it all off with Turtle Wax ceramic acrylic black wax. So now we're going to get the car all cleaned up inside and out, get it prepped for our paint repair, and we'll rejoin the project when we're ready to start repairing these rock chips. Okay, so we've got the car fully detailed in and out. Now that the paint is totally clean, we can really see the defects that we have to work with. You can see the rock chips on the hood and the front bumper, even some scuffs and scratches too. You can see we've got some scratches, scuffs, and even some clear coat cracking here on the rear bumper. Also, we have some deep scratches here on the rear passenger quarter panel. Before we get started with the correction process, I'd like to show you what the car looked like a little bit before we washed it and got it ready for a correction. As you can see, the black plastics too are in terrible condition, completely faded and oxidized. The convertible top's dirty. Paint hasn't been cleaned in what seems like months, if not years. And as you can see, neither have the wheels. The first step in improving the condition of the paint was to touch up any large paint chips on the hood and front bumper. I brought my buddy Brandon in from his company Chip Away to take care of that step. He really went above and beyond and took care of some larger paint chips and damage on the lower air dam and the driver's door too. While Brandon takes care of some of the front end work, we're going to start on polishing the corner of the rear bumper. I like to fully prime or season the pad before I start polishing. I never use detail spray to prime the pad. The waxes or polymers in the detail spray have the potential to gum up the pad and the surface, possibly diminishing the effectiveness of the compound or polish. Now the black acrylic fillers in this polish really are not meant to fill major defects, but rather are targeted towards lighter defects like light scratches, swirls, and we're hoping maybe even tiny rock chips. But we're going to put it to the test to see exactly what its limits are. Like we saw before, the rear corner has defects ranging from light scratches and scuffs to cracked clear coat or even what looks like to be gouges in the paint somehow. As for the more intense defects, it wasn't really able to make a dent, no pun intended. As you can see, they're still pretty visible. The polish did a nice job though of getting rid of, or at least masking, the scratches and scuffs, and left a gorgeous black mirror finish behind. Now let's see how it does on those deeper scratches on the lip of the rear fender. So again, no real change. Like I thought, this stuff's really not meant for major defects. Defects or damage like this is going to need at least touch-up paint. This stuff is really easy to use. It's not very viscous, so you have to be super careful when applying it to your pad that you don't accidentally over-apply. Also, you should be aware that this stuff will permanently stain your pads, so be prepared to dedicate these pads to black polish only. When working with it on the panel, it's a dream really. It spreads super easy and has a long working time. I polished the first half of the hood before I buffed it off, and even giving it extra time to cure, it still wasn't that bad to buff off. Tell you what, there's still some out there that refuse to accept Turtle Wax products as pro-level products. Certainly not all of them are, but Turtle Wax has come a long way, and some of their releases of recent years definitely deserve to be in the professional arena. So let's move down to the front bumper. Let's see if the black acrylic fillers can tackle maybe some of the tiny rock chips. During the buff-off stages, I can see a minor difference. The scuffs and scratches are gone, and it looks like it did mask some of the superfine rock chips. Of course, as you can see, the more moderate chips are still plenty visible. So now we're going to top the ceramic sealant that the black polish left behind with Turtle Wax's Hybrid Solutions Ceramic Acrylic Black Wax. Both these products are a mouthful. The polish says to wait 24 hours before applying a topper, but really I don't have time for that. I was able to wait about an hour to let the ceramic sealant cure best I could. I think it'll be okay though. This car is garage kept, so any possible detriment to the sealant by topping it too soon shouldn't be an issue. But under normal circumstances, I would have waited 24 hours to top the sealant. Being my first time using this stuff too, there's a tiny bit of a learning curve with it, although it is pretty easy to use. Less is definitely more. I always have the urge to over-apply a wax or sealant. Maybe it's my OCD kicking in. But this stuff will streak if you put too much on. I'd say one spritz every 3x3 area is plenty. But if you do get some high spots after you've buffed the panel, just apply a tiny bit more and repeat the process. It should level and buff out just fine. Notice the swirls and scratches, especially the scuffs under the door handle. Now watch as they disappear. In this light, you can really see where this stuff shines in making minor defects disappear. I was really impressed at how well this stuff performed in hiding minor defects in black paint. For the tires, I'm using Meguiar's Hybrid Dressing. I prefer a water-based dressing, no slaying, no greasy film left behind. Plus, as a mobile detailer, I don't really need to let the tire completely dry if I don't have time, and you can rub it into even a damp tire. Okay, so it's the end of the day. This Porsche has been fully detailed inside and out. Hope you appreciate the after footage. A number of larger chips on the front end have been corrected. It's not perfect, but that's what the client wanted. Although we did go above and beyond, we did paint correct the hood and part of the side fenders, as well as the bumper. The Turtle Wax black acrylic wax didn't fill in as many of the paint chips as I was hoping it would, but the black acrylic wax did an amazing job hiding a number of minor paint defects and gave the black paint that deep, wet look. It looks 100% better than it did when we started this morning. So I'm happy with that, and so is the client. The black plastics were treated with the last coat Ceratrim. You saw what they looked like before. It really brought them back to life, gave them that deep, rich, matte black, which really made the rest of the car pop. The wheels and tires on the car, of all things, were actually the easiest tasks of everything that needed to be done. They came out great for their age. Now, even though I didn't film the interior detailing process, I figured I'd at least give you a look at how it came out. German automakers haven't been known for their interior design prowess. They've improved in recent years, but for a long time their interiors looked like this, very plain and sedate. But even though it's plain, there's something to be said about understated simplicity. But clean is clean, and this interior came out beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this content, please smash that like button. And if you appreciate all things auto detailing, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future auto detailing content. As always, I'm Seth with Turner Mobile Detailing. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.